Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday. Have you ever wondered what happens if you're using this cane for self-protection? And here comes this bigger, stronger, faster individual, takes the cane away from you and actually goes to use it against you. Nobody talks about that, but can it happen? It sure can. You're going to need a skill set. Before we jump into that, a warm welcome to all of you, faithful followers of the Cane Fist Way, and those who are here for the first time. Go ahead and, if you like the content, do this so that you don't forget. We both will forget to do this. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself of the #1 no-cost resource, and that's the Cane Clarity Call. People ask, what is that Cane Clarity Call all about? Yes, we do them daily, every single day. We are with those who are coming new to the cane culture, instructors who have been teaching, but they want to learn and they want a curriculum so that they can better serve their audience. We speak to everybody in between. And the conversation is everything from canes to getting cane trained, which I always say is the real equalizer. So you do that by texting the letters CCC to 305-745-7839. And it is a no-cost service to you. In less than 24 hours, we will be having this conversation. So it's a reality. We talk about cane retention, the importance of cane retention. But what about when you actually go to use this? And whether you have training, you don't have training, can you lose the tool in combat? Yes, you can. Why? Because things happen. We're human, right? We're not perfect. And so let's take a look at the dynamics of that and what can actually happen. And the first thing that comes to mind, and how do you lose this cane? Probably not going to be where you're here and they come in and all of a sudden they yank this away and here he goes. But either way, right? Maybe you went to use it and he just stopped you. Maybe you went to do something hokey pokey and you got into this. Oh, and there it comes. You may have. Let's take one. I'll take one of them. You came over here, you went to move in, there he comes, he stops you, he puts his hands on it. Understand what happens when you make that first move and you fumble that first move, meaning that first move is not effective in stopping the threat. And you're just not trained with this tool. You think you are, because you think, oh, I'll just whack him. I'll just go ahead and come in here and whack him. What you're doing is you're opening this individual's eyes to what you're doing with this. So guess what? You went to attack him with this, he yanks this, and now the next thing you know is here it comes. So we need to get to the basics. This is an impact tool. And it's a tool that has range. It has range in it, right? 36, 37 inches plus. So the one thing I don't want to do is stay out here. If I can get away from this, fantastic, that's what I want to do. The first thing that comes to mind is if you have a secondary tool, right? And I always seem to have one. So whether that be a knife, you have a firearm because you have a concern, right? Those of you that, we do the course for cane and carry. And I lost my cane as the primary tool and I get an opportunity to step back after I've given warnings. No. It may very well, this is a self-protection situation. Now I'm covering it to where you don't have anything else. But those secondary tools can come into play. And there are ways of escalating and de-escalating. Yes, even with a firearm, it's beyond the scope here. But this is what we're looking at. He now is going to come in. This is where the danger is. The danger is out here. I don't want anything to do with this. And I'll show you reactions, coming from this. If I do this, boom, and he stops it, he wrestles that away. This kind of thing where he goes ahead and he's going to fracture that ulna. He's going to fracture your bones. So the idea is to move in on this. Every time I get an opportunity, the safer, if he extends all the way, this is where the safest place is going to be. And so the first thing I have to do is to clear myself from this, remove myself from where the danger is. The second thing I'm doing now is I'm jamming him. And we're going to do it from here just so that you can see. Jamming is going to take place, this anchoring, always above the elbow. When I'm talking about the elbow, above the elbow from an anatomical position this way, I'm talking up here. So that when he moves in, he removed that. There it is, that's where I want to be. Now look at how close the eyes are to me. Right? Now, if this is enough and I can go to the floor and just get out of here, that's exactly what I do. If I keep, he keeps this going, the extension comes through, I'm now going to anchor. And I'm going to anchor them both. And here I am now above the elbow of that bottom hand. And I can lock. Now he's tapping, right? Say if you feel it, tap, tap, okay? So now I can go ahead and extract. So and I extract on that thumb side, so now I can come back. So it's clear, anchor and extract. That is the formula. But we need to understand the dynamics of where he is most effective with that tool. And this is what I don't want to get into. So, he's coming at, this is a nightmare, right? I'm going to have to tie this thing to where I go in, and when I go in, the number one concern for me is the computer. I have to cover my head. I have to, and listen, the reality of it is you're going to have to take a shot. You're going to have to take a shot. Same thing if I come, I came here from this side, he stops me on the other side. Now he pulls, and he's coming two hands. Here it comes, he's coming from the other way, because there's two baseball swings, right? Bat swings. He's coming from here, or he's coming from here. And that's mostly what you're gonna get. What are the chances an ACSD caner with educated power shots, and that's not who's gonna be doing this. He yanked this away from you, and here he comes, right? And it's the same thing on both sides. Now he comes here, there's my hand. See how you stopping this, deflecting. If you look at the camera down, I'm even stepping on the foot, I come over the top. Now, when you do this with your training partner, look at how high I'm anchoring, and I'll say, come on, get out of there, pull out. He's pulling me with it, and I don't have to be super strong to go ahead and do that. Now, pay attention here to the cane, right? As I do this, that starts locking him up. Did you hear him tap there again? Now he's tapping again, because turn it around, I have his finger crushed. Why? Because the principle's the same. Wood on bone, metal on bone hurts. Boom. Now I have the tool again. So these are the things, this is what we want to, if you use that formula, that's going to give you the best. We want to clear the tool. We want to anchor so that you can control the tool. And then if you get an opportunity, you extract. Are you always going to have the opportunity to extract? Absolutely not. You're not going to have the opportunity always to extract. He came over here. It was wrestled away from you, and there he comes. Look at this opportunity that you have right here. See where my hand is? He took this away. Think linear. Think straight line. Most of the shots, the way he's going to attack you, you lost it with this feeble hokey pokey coming in here, or whatever it was, right? You tried to go and you weren't fast. Now he has it. He's not going. The chances he's going to come back to stab you, no. He's swinging for the fences at least there. Right? If it's one hand, same thing. He cocks back with one hand. That's your opportunity, is to step in here, shortest distance between 2 points, straight line. And you know what? If I get an opportunity, I'm going eyes and throat. Back off. Double hit, eyes, throat, and get out. Because I may not always have the opportunity to extract the tool. Okay, that's just the reality of it. And you may have to take a shot. And here's the deal. If you're gonna come in here, I don't recommend you do this, and we don't show this in ACSD. As a matter of fact, you don't even see, with our shots where you get stopped and everything is open here. There's a reason for that, and we have a concern for multiple assailants. So we treat one with those same principles as if you were dealing with multiple assailants. But here's what I'm getting at. Rather than using this, use the forearm. Use the forearm. In the forearm, now over here, you don't have that ulnar, you have padding there. So one way to do this is just to arrow that through. So I lose it, right? The dynamics of this, I lost this. Now here it comes. See how it slides? Look at how close in I am already on this. That's not going to, if I get hit, I get cut over here, that's not such a big, now to the inside. Now I have all this, right? Now I can lock up here, right? Now I can do that takedown at the end. Go ahead and strip, right, to come right back down. There are details as to how I do that extraction beyond what I can cover here, but it's to give you an idea of what the strategy is so you don't sit out there. Obviously, cane retention is the name of the game, and the number one way that you're going to lose this tool is when you're not trained to use it, and that goes for any tool, right, whether that be knife, a firearm, anything that you're carrying. If you don't have the training in it, training remains the equalizer. Cane conversations are fun. We can sit there and talk about this all day long. you're always going to be limited to what you can do in a situation like this under stress and duress. It's all based on what your training allows you to do. And so I encourage you, one more, yet again, you have a cane, you're thinking of getting a cane. Before you do any of that, let's have a conversation and let's learn what are the steps. If we want to do something, the last thing we want is anybody to avail themselves of one of these really nice looking and fine tools and then run into the situation and you don't have the training. Right? Training is the real equalizer. I'm Joe Robaina for American Cane Self-Defense. Thanks for watching. Keep caning. Stay safe.